All right, so today on the channel, let's take a look at the new Batwing that just came in, and the only thing I could find that was comparable in scale to a HasLab, you know, a Kickstarter special project type of fundraiser or Kickstarter was the Razor Crest. So we'll see, we'll compare scale of the two, and so you can get an idea of how big it is. We won't go through the unboxing and stuff. You know, we'll get to that later. But anyways, let's take a look at it. All right, so let's take a look at them. Batwing, Razor Crest. This is the box. No, I'm not doing the review like that. Anyways, can't see and I can't talk through that thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Batwing. I've already assembled it. It came in three pieces, three big pieces, and only thing weird about unboxing it was it smelled a lot like super glue, like overwhelming. But I've already put it together. This is the box it comes in. It's pretty massive. This is what you get. This is the back of it. Gold Label, one side of it. The other side of it, that side of it. So the bottom is just blank. So anyways, let me go ahead and get it and we'll get going. So here it is. This is the scale of, now I'm about 5'10", about 5'9". And this is the scale of this thing, and I'm not a slight man, so I'm a little bit big, but this is the scale of the thing. It does fit one McFarlane Batman, and we'll take a look at it closer in a little while, but I just wanted you to see the scale of this thing and how big it is. So without further ado, let's kind of compare it. Let's pick it up. This is the bottom of it. This is how it compares to the Razor Crest. It's actually a little bit bigger than the Razor Crest, I think. Just a bit bigger. And it's wider. So if you have a Razor Crest, it's almost as big as a Razor Crest, but it's a little bit wider and a little bit thicker, so longer. So that's what it looks like straight, coming at you from beneath. That's what it looks like from above. That's what it looks like. And it's got a tremendous amount of dry brushing in the controls. And we'll get into that in a minute when we can do some close-ups of it, because I can't do it from this far away. So let's get into that in a minute. All right, so here we are, and this is the close-up of the Batwing that we just got. Let's see if I can bring this in for you. I think the biggest detail that we have here, now again, there's a lever here that you can hit to push up the cockpit, but some of the most intricate details are right there in the cockpit. You've got a lot of paint work and paint application in there. He's got some sights and whatnot in there, some things that he can look at the controls that are all painted up. So yeah, he's got a lot of detail work there. You've got, like I said, you've got a lot of dry brushing here. Of course, that's where the air and the particles would hit, you know, the Batwing. Again, you've got some dry brushing all along the edges. You've got some weathering as well across it. Sorry about that. Let's see. On the back again, almost lost it there. On the back again, you have some more weathering up across the top, and you do also have some more weathering on this side, right? So you've got a tremendous amount of detail work and a lot of dry brushing on this vehicle to make it work. At first I thought that was actually an opening, but it's actually plastic on the bottom, and we'll take a look at that in just a second. Let's take a look at it on the bottom. One of the other things that this has is landing gear, and they're both retractable. I mean, all three of them. It's got the front landing gear, which is retractable, and these two that are retractable as well. You can push those in. Not only that, but I think this, yeah, there's some, so these are, I guess those are vectoring thrusters, what you would call, or engine thrusters. I mean, that's just my guess. I don't know. Again, I don't purport to be a pilot. And it looks like there's something else right here, but I don't know. I can't open that. Maybe somebody smarter than me will figure that out. But it has some detail here, some paint work here. Here, let's turn it around the other side. It's such a big vehicle that it's tough to get your hands around it, right? So it's got some paint work here. It's got some paint work on the other side. It's got some additional weathering and stuff on here. These panels look like they come off also, but maybe not. But I'm thinking, gosh, this just feels like there's something here, but I'm not sure what it is. I'm sure I'll find out later. But anyways, yeah, and so here's the bottom part. I guess this is so he can see his targets beneath him. This is plastic. It's see-through. Yeah, that's not a hole. And that's one of the things that I was not too pleased with the other two offerings, I guess, from Spin Master that everybody was purchasing instead of this one. I mean, I get it. You know, this particular Batwing was a chunk of change. But I knew that this would probably would come and go, and we'll never have something like this again. So I was willing to go ahead and pay that amount of money so that I could. Batman has always been one of my favorite characters. I grew up with Batman, grew up with Spider-Man, grew up with Captain America, grew up with the X-Men and Superman, right? They've all been at the very top of my, you know, when I was a kid growing up, at the very top of my superhero list. So when I saw the opportunity to pick up an iconic vehicle at such a large scale, might as well pull the trigger on it. So I get it. One of the things I didn't like about the other Batwings, again, they felt, and I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings on this, they felt cheap. And when you like something, as particularly a specific action figure character like I do, and I'm at the same time, I get it. You know, there's a budget, and you have to be responsible about things. And you have to make sure that your family can eat, you can pay the rent, all those good things. But at the same time, you know, you can budget for those things and buy the things that matter to you. Maybe you knock off a couple of other things, right? A couple of other action figures or toys you don't want, and just focus on this one. But the other ones just felt really cheap to me. First off, that smaller one felt cheap. The first one that came out, the one that was a little bit smaller. And then you had that mid-size one that was kind of chunky like this one, but it was still smaller. And if you flipped it over, I think Articulated Ninja had it, and it looked good. It looked good from the top. I'm not gonna say it didn't. It looked good from the top, but the minute you turned it over, it looked like a hot mess. It looked like those Transformers. Whenever you have those Transformers, they have those holes that haven't been filled up with plastic, and you can see the structural parts holding the wing together. It just felt cheap and flimsy to me, so I'm out. But this one felt like McFarlane put a lot of effort into it. A lot of work went into it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's making up the cost of the Batmobile, which I also got today, and we'll do a separate review on that. Why not? When I get the Keaton in, Big Bad sent me the Keaton as well, but for some reason they sent them separate. Maybe it was my fault. I ordered them differently. So you know what? Anyways, let's take a look at how this can fit the figure inside. So I don't have the Keaton Batman. What I do have is the Ben Affleck Batman. And I think this is, if you guys saw my earlier review, I think this is a fantastic figure. It's even got one of the things that surprised me. Number one, we don't have that craptastic plastic cape, Junkatronic cape that I hate. We have this nice soft goods cape, which I love. And he also has a thigh cut, which is odd to me. He's never, McFarlane, well, to my knowledge, never put a thigh cut in there for our guys. So let's see. Will he fit the bat fleck? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Let's see how much goofing around this is with it. Maybe he's too thick to fit in there. Let's push him in there. Get in there, you. All right. Well, it wasn't too bad messing around with him. Oh, he's still sticking up quite a bit. Will he not go in there? He's really, he's really fighting me to get in there. No. And he is fighting me all the way. Okay, there he goes. Wow, that was a lot of fighting to get him in there. You saw how much I had to tweak him to get in there, but he fits. Let's see. Yep. He fits, but it was a little bit of fighting with him to get in there. So anyways, that's my review. I do not have a lot of room left. As you can see, my house is a little bit full of stuff. So I'm definitely going to have to mount this one on the wall as we come up the stairs. I hope I don't invade too much of the family wall. But anyways, I'm probably going to mount it there because it comes with a nifty little wall mounting plaque. So it definitely, he's got some hardware too, some stuff you can. Oh, and I forgot to talk about, he comes also with this, right? The little trading card. So that's nifty. Is there anything I left out about this? So sorry about that. I had to take a little bit of a break in between shots. Had a couple things I had to do, but I definitely want to get this video out. As I was saying earlier, I got the Batmobile today. I got this guy today. I didn't get the Keaton Batman yet from Big Bad, but I'll do a separate review for those. Like I said, it doesn't surprise me that what McFarlane might be doing here is offsetting the cost of that Batmobile with the cost of this ginormous thing. He knows that the people who probably can afford this can afford to offset the cost of the other thing. And this is just my opinion, and it is my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their one opinion. This is going to be one of those things, and I didn't buy it as an investment. And that's one thing that I always tell people. Don't buy toys as an investment. You'll lose your pants off of it. What you want to do is buy things that mean something to you and that you want to collect. So in the end, I bought this because I know I'm going to like it. I'm going to, I'm going to look at it, be happy with it. And maybe down the road, I'll trade it for something that I'm even more excited about. But for now, I really like this one. Hopefully, we might get another one, but I don't ever see us getting another Batwing on this scale for this price in the foreseeable next decade. So if it's still available and if it's within your budget, I would say pick it up. If you really like Batman, if you really like the Batwing, if you really like, that character. So in the end, guys, what do you think? Was it a fair review of McFarlane? Is it a fair review of the product? Are you guys going to pick it up? I'm satisfied with it. And I know some people will say, well, it's not worth, the value isn't there to me. And that's okay. The value doesn't have to be there for you, and you can vote with your wallet. But for my money, the value is there. And so I did want to pick this one up. I think it's a good pickup. Again, I'm picking it up because I want it, and I'm happy with it. So again, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I was fair with the review. And I did. And again, I had to struggle a bit getting him in that cockpit, but he fits just fine. So thanks for watching. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.